Hey guys, Emily. Welcome everyone. On this video, I'm checking out some of the small back roads, small towns, and maybe a larger town in southern Alabama. I'm going to see a few roadside attractions along the way. I have a lot of ground to cover, so I hope I have enough sunlight to see everything. Gonna be a busy day. Let's go. Going around a roundabout in the town of Minette. Let's check out a map to see where I'm headed. I started just outside of Mobile, and now I'm traveling east in the purple shaded section until I reach the city of Dothan. Then I head north and hopefully reach the beautiful city of Eufaula before it gets too dark. I've now reached the town of Atmore. Atmore was founded in 1907. Its city limits are in two sections that don't yet connect. There is this section which is considered the historic downtown area, and a new section about 6 miles away where Interstate 65 is. That section is called River Cane. Look at this. One of the streets in downtown has this cool painted mural with a different place in each of the letters. The letter A has some grain silos. T is a farmer harvesting cotton. M looks to be a church. The O is a heart with a boy and girl running. R is a railroad depot, and E is the Strand Theater. Atmore has submitted the paperwork for the downtown area to be listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Alright, on to my next stop. Now I've reached the town of Flomaton. Flomaton's name is a portmanteau, combining syllables from the words Florida, Alabama, and town. This appears to be the downtown section of Flomaton. It's not very big, just a handful of businesses. Flomaton has a population of a little less than 1,500 people. This was the railway junction settlement just after the Civil War. About 15 miles away, I've reached the city of Brewton. Brewton is a post-Civil War railroad town. Check out this structure. Filming from this direction, this appears to be a very small movie theater with a digital marquee and the vertical Brewton sign on the top right. However, looking from this side, and the structure is nothing more than a wall made to look like the front of a classic theater. The structure is an homage to the Ritz Theater, which was here from 1936 to 1987. It mentions the last film to play in that theater was Crocodile Dundee. The city erected the structure as a message center in 1996. Here's a marker on the structure, the Brewton Message Center, constructed in April 1996. There's a movie poster for The Little Mermaid, probably played at the Ritz in the 1980s. Another movie poster here for Raiders of the Lost Ark, which was also shown in theaters in the 1980s. Across the street is this impressive painted mural. It's an appreciation of the logging industry and the early logging vehicles. Logging is an important part of Brewton's economy. The mural was painted in 2001 by Wes Harden. Brewton's population is just over 5,000. One book listed Brewton on its list of 100 best small towns in America. Now, on to my next stop. I'm now in Andalusia, in the parking lot of Fletcher's. This is a big ceramic fish, a smallmouth bass, but I'm not sure. Fletcher's is a sporting goods store. They sell items you'd need for outdoor activities such as fishing. Bass fishing is very popular in Alabama. Also very popular is hunting, so that might be why there's a deer over there. This is a giant statue of a deer jumping over a couple of logs. You can see how big this fiberglass statue is. Even the logs under the deer are very large. What's cute is during Christmas, they'll put a red light on the deer's nose, turning him into Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I also saw this porcelain chef in front of the store. I bet they also sell stuff for grilling out, and slow cooking something pork related is very popular in the South. Still in Andalusia, I'm now driving around the downtown square. That's a pretty tall building for this part of Alabama. Looks like about 6 or 7 stories tall. There's the courthouse, the tan building with the columns. Check out this painted mural in front of me. Wes Hardin also did this mural. This mural has a number of scenes featuring pine logging, transportation, and extracting turpentine. Many towns in southern Alabama were formed from the timber industry. The mural looks to be based on the turn of the 20th century. This mural is on one of the buildings near the downtown square, so check it out. Another mural in downtown is this one. Apparently a domino tournament is played here. The World Championship Domino Tournament is held each July. Legendary football coach Bear Bryant from Alabama played in the domino tournament. Now driving to my next stop, and this mural on the right caught my eye, so I'm going to take a closer look. Take a look at this. Early school days of Covington County. And there's a picture for each of the communities in Covington County. On this side, the background is a schoolroom, and then some pictures from the cities that drawn Andalusia, Op, and Florala as they looked at the turn of the 20th century. And on this side, a classic Dairy Queen logo, and other pictures from the cities Lockhart, Pleasant Home, and a couple others blocked by vehicles. What's also so neat is along the bottom, it looks like school children have made their own pictures. I really like this. Look at this picture. Good morning, students. Nice job, Hampton, with that picture. Andalusia has some pretty cool painted murals. Anyway, I still have a lot of driving to do, so let's head to the next destination. There's a very loud car. I'm at a restored gas station, lots of signs from different oil companies, including this sign. Gas is just 22.5 cents a gallon. I wish. Gonna take a closer look at this gas station. Looking inside, there's a few pictures along the wall. I can't see what they are. Another angle, by the window it looks like containers for oil. I wonder if this restored station ever opens. Over here, are those little John Deere wagons? Some more pictures by that window, but I still can't tell what they're pictures of. If you're interested in service station recreations or old signs, this is the place for you. Oh, I didn't mention what city this is in. I'm back. In Florala, home of the Wildcats. It says so right on that green water tower. Here's that mural I was at earlier. Remember last time it was dark and raining. There's an old truck with a Pepsi Cola logo and Theo's Country Store. There's the Big Bass Fish, a landmark at the crossroads of these busy thoroughfares. I guess to get to the beach, people have to turn right at the Big Fish. Here's the backside of this Big Fish. Alabama sure does have a lot of fiberglass fish statues all across the state. Taking a look at downtown Florala. It's hot and humid today, what you'd expect from Florida and Alabama in the summer. A few blocks north of downtown, at this Florala health sign, are these 4 columns. Just the columns, no building. This marker says Clifford Newell Matthews Jr. Memorial Gardens. I hear these columns make a good background for prom pictures. This marker says these iconic columns graced Covington County High School from 1914 to 1963. So these columns were on a building at some point. I agree. The columns do make for a good prom or wedding picture. Nicely landscaped as well. Time for my next stop. Now crossing into the state of Florida, my next stop is this park on the right. I've been here before, but since Florala is so close, I might as well pay another visit. This is Lakewood Park in Mountain County, Florida. It's where the highest point in all of the Sunshine State is located. Florida's highest point, 345 feet. With this altitude, I feel a nosebleed coming on. Let's do a quick scan. A little downhill in that direction, and a little downhill that way. There's a second sign proclaiming this place as the highest point in Florida. Not only do they have 2 signs stating this is Florida's highest point, there's something else. Walking over to the granite marker. Lakewood Park, Florida's highest point, 345 feet. Walking around this granite marker to see if there is a USGS pin that shows the precise location of the high point. I think that's it, probably a piece of rebar inserted into the ground. So this granite marker is the precise high point of Florida. This is a small park, some picnic tables, some pavilions, a bathroom, trees and grass. Look at this. highpointersfoundation.org, education about the high points in each state of the U.S. And this is one of them, Brewton Hill. About an hour later, I'm going back into Alabama, heading towards Dothan, and we're entering Alabama now. I'm going to the Welcome Center on the right. Look at this granite marker. On the top it says Alabama welcomes you. On the bottom it says Alabama, the Union's 22nd state, December 14, 1819. This is the first of many peanut statues in the Dothan area. This area is considered an ideal location to grow peanuts. This Welcome Center is located on US 231, about 10 miles south of Dothan. And there's the peanut statue. I'll show a few more statues in the Dothan area, starting with one just a couple miles north of here. This is the National Peanut Festival. Every fall, they have a large festival to celebrate the glorious peanut. Beyond the peanut is a building where the National Peanut Festival Association is based, and behind that are the fairgrounds. There are still plenty more peanut statues in the Dothan area. I have time to see just a couple more since the sun will be going down soon. First, in downtown Dothan, this is East Troy Street. Now panning to ground level, and this is the entire city block right here. This block can't be any longer than about 15 to 20 feet. This is the smallest block in the world. The granite marker looks like someone was buried in the tiny triangular area. I'm not even sure a car can fit in the city block. I'm doing a rough measurement based on the length of my shoes, which are around a foot long. Let's see how many steps I can do. I took 13 steps to walk that entire block. So I guess that block was 13 feet long. Now leaving the downtown area, there are 3 or 4 more places I'm hoping to see before it gets too dark. I'm at the Dothan Visitor Center. It's closed right now. They have a special gold peanut right here. The marker down there reads Houston County, Spirit of Service. The Golden Peanut is located on the busy loop road that goes around Dothan. It's on the west side of that loop. Now it's getting dark, and I've traveled about 15 minutes north to the town of Headland. Although downtown looks empty, this is a growing suburb of Dothan. I'm at a local park, and I'm walking toward this peanut-like statue named Dave. I feel pretty bad for Dave. He looks like he's kinda angry. Perhaps it's because he lost 3 fingers on his right hand. Actually, this is a peanut representation of Dancin Dave Watley, who was born in Headland in 1927, regularly danced around this town. He also wore a white suit, gloves, and a sailor cap. Okay, Dave. I have to head to one more stop, and I'm hoping it won't be too dark. Now getting back on US 431 heading north. Not only is it getting dark, but clouds are rolling in also. I'm not sure I'll be able to make it to my final city before dark. Yeah, I was right. It's now dark, and I'm walking toward yet another bass fish. But it's lit up, so I'm good. I'm in Eufaula, Alabama. Eufaula is the big bass capital of the world. Lots of great fishing in the lake just east of here. This fish is about 12 feet tall. Not sure if there are any fish quite that size in the lake. The downtown area also celebrates Eufaula's place as a bass fishing mecca. Looks like people have purchased a marker and a tree to beautify this park. In late September, I plan to come back to Eufaula during daylight hours, check out the downtown and Lake Eufaula. I've seen 3 bass fish statues today, and another a few days ago near Gadsden. Alabama is definitely proud of their bass fishing. And that's it. Just like I mentioned, I'll be driving through Eufaula in late September during daylight. I'll definitely explore the city in more detail. But for now, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!